This is Randy.
And this is Melanie.
And today we are going to talk to you about the books coming up this week, March 4th, new comic book day that we are excited about. We're each going to take a pick, and then we also have a new number one to talk about and a trade paperback hardcover collected edition. That seems to be the format. My pick this month was super easy. I mean, there's always stuff coming out every week I'm interested in, but this one was an easy pick to recommend. Swamp Thing number 40. The final issue. If you look at the solicits, all it says is final issue. I've been really enjoying, if you listen to our podcast at grawlixpodcast.com, I'm a huge Swamp Thing nut. So I've been really enjoying the new 52 run. It's been consistently good with Scott Snyder and then jumping over to Charles Soule. And Soule has signed, a while ago, you may have heard, Soule has signed a Marvel exclusive deal. So he's leaving DC. Which means he's leaving Swamp Thing, and Swamp Thing is being canceled this month, going into this big convergence, whatever's going on. So the last issue of Swamp Thing, very sad. It's been really good.
Yeah, they've been building up to some crazy things, so it's going to be really interesting to find out what kind of massive conclusion they come to in this last issue, because there's lots of ends to tie in a beautiful little knot or bow.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see where he leaves Swamp Thing, how this will go down. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you've been reading it, I'm sure you're sad. If you haven't been reading it, it's all your fault. No, not really.
Okay, my pick is Nameless number 2. It's written by Grant Morrison. The art is by Chris Burnham, and it's published by Image Comics, so,
It's Grant Morrison Unfiltered.
Right.
Yeah.
For ages 16 and up, which always means it's going to be something good. Well, not always, but it's a pretty good indication. The solicits say, on a former U.S. moon base, kept secret since the Cold War, a terrible key unlocks an ancient box, and a last-ditch plan is drafted to save humanity from the doomsday asteroid Zabalbit. Zabalbit. But is it already too late? The nightmare intensifies in Morrison and Burnham's apocalyptic cult horror epic. Okay, first of all, how can you not love anything that is called an apocalyptic occult horror epic? That right there.
Yeah.
I read the first issue last month. It was awesome. Or at least it alluded to awesomeness. There's some dreamy magic-y stuff, spacey stuff, and conspiracy big things going on that things are going to happen, and I'm excited to be there for it.
I enjoyed Nameless number 1 as well, so I'm definitely interested to see where it's going. Every week there is usually a new series or a new number 1 starting, so we figured we'd pick one that jumped out at us that we're interested in checking out. We'll be reading, and we'll throw that recommendation out there, based solely on nothing other than the solicits and the names involved. Descender number 1 is coming out. It's written by Jeff Lemire with art by Dustin Nguyen. Science fiction story published by Image Comics. Solicits say, one young robot's struggle to stay alive in a universe where all androids have been outlawed and bounty hunters lurk on every planet. A rip-roaring and heartfelt cosmic odyssey that pits humanity against machine and world against world to create a sprawling space opera from the creators of Trillium, Sweet Tooth, and Little Gotham. Extra-sized first issue. 30 story pages for only $2.99. Yeah, Jeff Lemire's good, and I'm definitely interested to check out another science fiction spacey story.
Yes.
Yeah, we really liked his Animal Man run.
Mm-hmm.
Melanie's been reading Justice League United, and then also, not to just ride the DC bandwagon, but he's definitely known for, like it lists there, Trillium and stuff like that. I'm excited for that one. Interested to see what that's all about.
Spacey robot stuff. Okay, and then for the collected edition pick, we have Why the Last Man, trade paperback book number 2. Written by Brian K. Vaughan, published by DC Comics. This is a 16 and up book also.
Very adult.
The solicits say, or read, I suppose. In these stories from issues number 37 through 48, catch up on the adventures of Yorick's monkey Ampersand and learn the origin of Yorick's mysterious protector, Agent 355. Plus, Yorick searches for his fiancée in Australia with deadly results, then heads off to Japan to learn the shocking truth behind who ordered Ampersand's abduction. Okay, well, I have read
All of it.
All of Y the Last Man, and I liked it a lot. It was really good. If you listen to our show at grawlixpodcast.com, you may have heard me mention that I am a binge reader, so anything in book form is fantastic for me, and that's always how I prefer to read it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe you're just like me, and that's how you'd like it too, in which case, this is the way to go.
Why the Last Man is a huge series, and it's very well known. And if you haven't checked it out, or if you haven't read beyond whatever would be in book 1, definitely time to check out book 2.
Yes. And I love the name Ampersand. I know it's the monkey's name, but what a great name. His sister's name is Hero. That's pretty awesome too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not Ampersand's, Yorick's. Yorick's sister's name is Hero. I don't think Ampersand has a sister.
All right, that's it for this week's picks. Check those out for a full list of everything that's coming out this Wednesday. There's a link in the description below, or visit grawlixpodcast.com, where we have new comic book release lists weekly.
Yes.
With a lot of... Thanks for watching. Click like if you liked it. Click like if you didn't.
Click like if your name begins with a letter. And then subscribe.
And share it with your friends. Tell them to subscribe. Subscribers are our food and we're hungry. Subscriber.